inside the 10. Here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To throw, it's Barnett. And he dropped it, just didn't whip the thing all the way in. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to run for it. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finds his man. It's Hamilton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Got it in the middle. It's Hamilton. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Using his legs, it's Davidson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Play of the opening drive coming up, but now this marathon faces a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. That thing goes straight up like a rocket. Tell the blimp guys to look out. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So Alabama's offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredible incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Pringle. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown time! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Using his legs, it's Davidson. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Off play action. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like it.
There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hamilton. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. offense now working in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. He'll pull it on the read. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Russell. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. Incomplete.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field and cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's got an open man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his big tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now a chance to pull even first and goal as we get late in the first half. He's going for the goal line. And they're in for a touchdown.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the extra point is good. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gives it on the option. Makes his man miss. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Looking to throw, it's Russell. And to get rid of it quickly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Another incompletion on third down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. It's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution in that punt.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bond. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll pull it down and run. First down and more. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throws toward the end zone. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Going for the big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to...
Turning it on! Slips a tackle and he's got room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Finds the tight end. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Flips it out on the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's got it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback, to run the RPO, stick it in the belly of the running back, turn, throw it really, really quickly. And you could tell, maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason it was an inaccurate throw.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. First down for this offense. Wants to throw it. Got a man. It's Hamilton.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Back to throw. It's Barnett. Tight end finds a soft spot. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the...
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touch. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to go up top on first down. Complete in the middle. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls. good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab on the left.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Back to pass, it's Russell. Firing to the right, complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They take the lead with the 6.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front 7, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
This time he's got his man. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Extending the play. He'll get rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Running to the left. There he goes. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. This time he's got it. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Buying some time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Paul, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Now the play fake. Escapes the sack. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Dances away to buy time. Turning it on. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. All down at the 7-yard line. A nice return after the pick has them in business.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late